This is Joe Biggs with Infowars.com. Now today, Charlie Savage of the New York Times decided to write a false story blaming the Trump administration for some supposed executive order on detainees titled Detention and Interrogation of Enemy Combatants. And he named his article, Trump Poised to Lift Ban on CIA Black Site Prisons. The Trump administration is preparing a sweeping executive order that would clear the way for the CIA to reopen overseas black site prisons, like those where it detained and tortured terrorism suspects before former President Barack Obama shut them down. President Trump's three-page draft order titled Detention and Interrogation of Enemy Combatants was obtained by the New York Times and would also undo many other restrictions on handling detainees that Mr. Obama put in place in response to George W. Bush's policies when he was in. Now, if Mr. Trump signs a draft order, he would also revoke Mr. Obama's directive to give the International Committee of the Red Cross access to all detainees in American custody. Where in the hell did they come up with this? And it's such a point that now Twitter is erupting talking about these black sites. It was so bad that when I woke up this morning, I was sitting here going, what the hell, are they talking about Homan Square in Chicago again? No, they're talking about a fake news story. Glenn Greenwald's tweeting out, in addition to underscoring Trump's dangers, this should serve as a necessary reminder of how rogue Bush and Cheney were. Adam Goldman, the New York Times, has obtained Trump's three-page draft order titled Detention and Interrogation of Enemy Combatants. Ben Freeman, Trump takes first step to becoming a war criminal. And all of this is coming out without any proof whatsoever. And yet everybody's willing to jump and say, hey, Trump, you're this bad guy now. I can't believe I voted for you. Oh, my God, you're going to reopen these black sites? Without any proof whatsoever. And today, Sean Spicer did his daily briefing to the press, and here's what he had to say about those accusations.
President.
Sean, thank you. A couple of questions.
Yeah.
I want to go back to that draft executive order that would undo some of the restrictions for handling detainees. Has the president seen that draft EO?
I'm sorry, the one that he's signing?
Seen it? No, the draft executive order that would undo the restrictions on how to handle detainees.
I guess I'm having a hard time. You're asking me if a document that's not a White House document he's seen. I don't believe, to the best of my knowledge, and so I would ask. This is the second day in a row we're getting asked about documents that are floating around, and people saying, and frankly, reports being published attributing documents to the White House that are not White House documents.
No, and I haven't attributed.
No, I'm not saying you.
Do you know if he's seen it?
To the best of my knowledge, he hasn't seen it. I think he's got a lot of other things.
Since it is floating around.
Hold on.
I have a couple more questions.
You get one more. Let's not get greedy.
I have two more. Since it is floating around.
Okay.
Is he considering?
Kristen, don't. This is a
black sites.
No, I'm not going to start answering hypotheticals about documents that are floating around. That's a ridiculous. You're basically okay, Kristen. We're going to end this right now.
So there you have it. Today, Sean Spicer is being hit with questions about this fake news story. He says it's not a White House document, and to his knowledge, that Donald Trump has not even seen this. So I want to encourage each and every one of you right now who is watching this video to write Charlie Savage of the New York Times, whether it be on Twitter or Facebook or email, and encourage this person to pull down this fake news story. Now stay tuned for more reports at Infowars.com for real news. I'm Joe Biggs.